here.
How about, oh, trouble!
And contact as they come out of turn 4.
There we go.
And up into the wall.
Like Brian Berryhill right there in the 17.
It looked like the 42 car of Kyle Larson was trying to make his way through there. He made it 4 wide. I think he made some contact with Tanner in the 17.
And that's what I'm...
And Trevor Bayne, the race leader, has hit the wall.
Killed it. There, hold it up there, hold it up there, hold it up there. Now come down, come down, come down, come down, come down. Take it to that fire truck. Try to get out here. Just let him come to you. You're still on fire.
Oh my, yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's just too bad. This was a great run for Trevor Bayne. Had the race lead, and then this.
Around there on that outside lane and trouble. Cale Conley.
Turn around right here, guys. Hang on, Tordo, hang on. All right, now you're all clear. Fired up, take off.
Well, that's a tough break.
Around and caught him to send him to the inside wall.
I think it all started either with 62 having to get out of the throttle and see getting into the back of him, or just contact with
Into the lead lap most of the day. He was 18th and 2 down when this occurred. Again, Cale is there. It looks like he's going to get that window net now. There's the good sign.
Yeah, you can see this car here. I believe it might be Ryan Reed coming off of turn 4. It's like he's not quite clear, and I think that's James Busher. Now you see, Cale Conley was just going to be able to get by all that,
Taking advantage of the situation and got in trouble with it.
Narrow-minded.
How about 4 wide?
Well, that's an example.
Chase Pistone into the back of Eric McClure's car and sent him straight into the wall.
Yeah, you get paid to be selfish late in the race, but you got to be reasonable also.
Trouble.
Big crash here.
Dylan Kwasniewski and Trevor Bayne.
Oh my. Kwasniewski's car destroyed in the back. He's hit something hard.
Every week. What do we got here, guys? 4 wrecks by the 31. Bad.
And we saw this right at the start of the race where he almost created a situation, but there's things that you have to learn. You see Kyle Busch just sneaking through there.
It's very similar to what we saw Paul Menard, Joey Logano kind of get in that situation, and this is what they avoided somehow.
Yeah. And we saw Kwasniewski with the 2 car the very first lap of the race down in
The end, the actual end of the housing breaking off, because the hub's still attached. You can see it attached to the wheel. Now, if you remember, you can see the rotor flying up the racetrack right there. If you remember, we were talking about how you adjust camber, the rear camber in these cars. You basically heat it up and have to bend it into it and out of it when they have too much. They go through tech. That can sometimes weaken that housing to a point that it'll fail. You bend them back and forth too much. Racing each other at a point in the race it's probably not advised. And you can see one little mistake and what it costs you here.
Well, they talk about give and take. I didn't see any give there. I saw all take.
Yeah, and also saw on the side of Cale Conley's car that looked like they...
For that car.
I think you're going to see that right rear tire just explode right there. Turn the car left into Townley.
once again Regan Smith right there where all of this is happening, but was able to just sneak by. See, Regan Smith is one comes to the inside.
Wow, that was close.
This situation, you think that they had to run over something on the track.
You can see he gets through that dog leg. Just, I don't know if he's out of the groove or just pushing a little bit too hard. Actually out of turn two.
Yeah, you've got a lot of room there now after the reconfiguration of this, but you still use all of the racetrack in going out there. And if the car gets up there close, you have to give a little bit of wheel, then the car snaps around out.
You see the trouble right in front of Chase Elliott. Two cars wrecking around. 17 Tanner Berryhill and 93 Kevin Swindell.
To the left hand.
Wow. up. Big misjudgment there by Trevor Bain.
Wow.
Yeah, that has the sign of like a throttle sicking, or because he carried the speed straight.
Well, that is hard lick. There's a lot of parts flying off that car.
So he tried to drive it off into the corner. Was going to try to at least stay side by side to get to the exit of turn 2. Got a little bit loose in trying to make that happen. Unfortunate Dylan Kwasniewski right there. He'd had a great night.
Tires better than 4, but really it was the right side of that 42 being up against the wall that helped the 22 straighten out.
Yep. But certainly the type of racing that we expected, and in the late stages here, with it just being a single groove, the best groove around the top.
Racing for the lead earlier and leading some laps in this one. Oh, trouble. There's one in turn 2 going around. It's Larson.
Oh, big hit.
Catches the 60 car of Chris Buescher. And one of the cars that's done a lot of the leading in this one is all torn up. Just side of this 60 car.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Look at that. Sealed it off.
The safety foam inside the sheet metal, and wow. Pit road open.
But these are guys that are trying to make the race. Oh, we got trouble.
I think it's raining. It's raining over there.
Yes,
it is raining on
Cars
the back
all
straightaway.
over the racetrack.
What happened here?
Mike Bliss, one of those that broke free. You see the 97 of Joe Nemechek, and heavy damage.
That's Benny Gordon, the 91
yep,
car.
to Benny Gordon at 91 machine.
Just all of a sudden
Robert
it was
Richardson Jr.
All right, let's get stopped here. Get to the safety truck here and get stopped. Pull it over in the grass.
And there's the 55 of Ross Chastain.
Does he come into traffic? Yes, more involved. 20 Darrell Wallace caught a piece of it. And a third car on the bottom.
I think that's Dylan Kwasniewski. It's got the hood up. And the 31.
Fired up. Get him fired up.
Yeah, Kwasniewski, he got a big part of that car. The whole front end's knocked off that car.
James Buescher up there, race back here, and turned away. Chad Boat into that inside wall, hard.
And he hit exactly at the wrong spot, right where that wall protrudes out.
And having such a good day. That's too bad.
To be about 15 races, trouble. Cars around in turn 1. 44, David Starr was first to go around, then Chad Boat in the 84. And the other car involved up there,
the back of us.
piled in.
14.
David Starr was the first one to go around.
He gets hooked a little bit there in the right rear. It looked like Matt DiBenedetto.
But I think what they might have been talking about is, so those cars were just coming on to the front stretch when this is happening. So you can't even see 17 and 84 in the frame there. And as we like to say jokingly sometimes, wait on it.
It looks like more than likely the 84 was trying to maybe slow down and maybe possibly got hit from behind, or either just locked the brakes up.
Wow, pretty good lick.
Yeah. See right there. See everybody starting to scatter around that red and white car on the outside.
Boy, that's a pretty good lick for LePage on that inside wall.
Uh-huh. trouble back in the pack and into the wall. J.J. Yaley in the 28 gets turned around in the accordion. Tanner Berryhill torn up. Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Never checked up.
You got to think somebody missed a gear or something right there. Caused that big of a mess right off the start.
Did you say something about starts and restarts being difficult?
You're around here all afternoon. You've had qualifying and things, and you're so amped up.
Regan Smith out in front.
Trouble on the front straightaway.
Cars into the wall. Ty Dillon's turned around and hits hard.
Right behind you. Going to be a lot of debris.
There were 4 wide coming through the tri-oval, trying to come through the tri-oval. Obviously not that wide.
This is after the checkers. That was Junior who hit Kyle Larson and set that off, it looks like.
Oh, that's a hard lick right there for Ryan Reed.
Was back, and now Elliott Sadler to his inside. Oh, trouble! Back into the pack. Hard hit on the outside wall.
All right, hold that. Caution.
Jeremy Clemens in that 51. You see Casey Kane's car in flames.